All right, traders. Good evening. Good evening, traders. It's 1800 hours. It's 6 o'clock, guys. Let's get started with tonight's session. Before we do that, guys, remember just our risk warning here. The information we discuss in this video is opinion, guys. Let's not construe this as advice in any way. I mean, it's really, really good to be with you guys, and we're seeing quite a few developments. I see Jules is on, Tanya's here, Gaywin's here. So there's quite a few developments that have now come into play, and I can genuinely say to you guys that it's moving in our direction. Scary, so to speak. I'll be honest with you guys, because that means that all the predictions that the guys made for yesterday is happening a day before, which confuses many of the guys. All right, which is a very interesting thing. So let's just give it another minute or so for some of the guys to come online, and then we're gonna push forward. But so far so good. The week has been good. The week has been fruitful, and we want to see how we can close off at least a day before the NFP. Just a note for the guys. Tomorrow we will have a 9:30 session, but we will not have a 12 o'clock session. We'll have, I mentioned that in the beginning of our week. So we'll have a 9:30 session. And so we'll have the NFP straight after that at 2 o'clock. All right. So no 12 o'clock session, guys. Please make sure that that is understood. We'll have the NFP in the afternoon. So that will only be, so it will be 9:30, it will be after 2. All right, so we'll see how that one goes over there. So let's get started, guys, and let's start off with the oil price. And look at this. Now, this is the scenario 1 that we chatted about, and once again, as always, look, it went past the 38 level, even to the 50. All right. So here it's pretty clear that we're seeing some upside, and it's gone to the place where price had broken down before. So we are anticipating price to push up a little bit further. Now, as mentioned to you guys, this is exactly what we spoke about earlier on. That if scenario 1 plays out, remember, anything can happen still after tonight. Anything can happen. This can happen tonight. We can have this beautiful candle, this is a beautiful, beautiful candle, guys, actually. It's a fantastic breakout. So we can anticipate price to possibly pull back, all right, tonight. Or if price continues to go up and we pull back tomorrow, that's another thing. So please just keep that in mind, guys. Price can literally push up till tonight and then tomorrow come down. So we have to be very vigilant. Now, with the oil price continuing now to climb, which is possibly what's happening here, we have the silver that has gone down a little bit further now. So we are anticipating silver to finish its move. We've been correct on this one. We've also been correct on the gold price, absolutely, pushing down to the 4195.83. Now, remember, if the oil price stops right there tonight, comes down, the gold price could pull back again. And if the gold price pulls back up again, we could have a much bigger move to the downside tomorrow. That's if the dollar strengthens. Now, this entire week, guys, has been weak for the dollar. It's been weak for the dollar. So there may be some weakness tomorrow as well. So we must be alert, because if there is, definitely a weakness tomorrow, it means the ascension to the upside starts. And guys, I'm telling you, I'm looking forward to the movement to the upside. So if this correction can happen, not a problem. Let it come down, okay? But after it is down, I cannot wait then for price to start pushing back to the upside. And that's going to be extremely, extremely lucrative, fruitful, and really, really profitable. All right. So the silver price is following oil tonight. The gold price is following oil. The AUD USD is following the gold price at this point in time. It has now, based on that, reached the 38 and possibly now pushing further down towards the 50. Oil price is moving. Silver and gold is following. The Aussie dollar is following gold. NZD USD is trailing. Let me rather say this, snailing behind. All right? Snailing behind, because it has not yet broken out of the area over here. Look at that. GBP USD is in our direction, but also snailing behind. Euro USD 1.14989. This euro dollar is reacting with gold. This euro dollar is reacting with AUD USD. This euro dollar is reacting with the oil price. It's left the others behind and it's reacting with the oil price. Now, the USD JPY and the USD CAD should be pushing then to the upside. So USD, yen, all along we were 100% correct in direction. There it has now pushed up. So I'm sitting in good profits for the second time. I first had profits when it came up. I got in again and I'm in profits again now. All right. So USD JPY pushing right there. All right. Then we have USD CAD has pushed up from that point as indicated, guys. There it is right there. If it continues to do what it's doing now, we then obviously push further up. But guys, I must say to you once again, the dollar is making moves the day before the NFP, and the setups that we had thought would possibly not play out tonight is playing out at this moment in time. All right? That's important, which means tomorrow I can't use the same analysis. I can't use the same analysis because these levels were broken. All right? So USD JPY pushing up, USD CAD pushing up. That means we got the Euro Yen pushing up. We got the CAD that's almost done now there. I'm in buys over here as well. All right? I'm in buys right here. I'm about to get out. Hold on. Let me see here actually. Where is... So I'm about to get out of GBP Yen. I'm about to get out of CAD JPY as well. All right. Also NZD JPY, same here to TP on top. I am not in any AUD. I'm not in any CHF at all whatsoever. I am in CAD CHF pushing to the upside. I'm swinging this one to the upside. GBP CAD to the downside. AUD NZD to the downside. GBP AUD to the downside, absolutely. All right, and then we have to look at the S&P, the US 30 and the NAS now. Let's go. NAS 100. Look at this, guys. We have broken, we have pushed forward, and this was the last stop here at 29,039 points. We've just missed it there, couple of points shy from there. So 29,000, it stopped at 29,129. That's where it stopped. All right, we had it at 29,039 points. The US 30, look at this. guys, look at that. Absolutely spot on with this one over here. All right. The S&P 500, absolutely spot on here with this one as well. Very, very important. Dr. Ahmad, yes, absolutely. Look at that. Look at that. Absolutely. All of them is going to the areas that we suggested, guys. All of them. So we had the downside in check, and it's done that now. Look at that. It's now reached 77. The next area that we're looking for now is 7652. So you can see here now, without a shadow of a doubt, that the pullbacks have now been done. All right. So which means if the pullbacks have been, or at least started now, because remember, GBP USD, it was coming down, corrected, so it still has a bit of space to go. Euro USD still has some space. USD JPY still has some space to go up. All right. Now, with that space, tomorrow, if the dollar strengthens, it simply means that we're getting deeper, sharper pullbacks. So if I go to my hour frame, remember I said to you, this was a 38 point. I now need to consider that we could go 61. You see how I'm moving my space there? Very important. Look at that. So I'm moving down now from 38 down to 61. That is critical for us guys to understand. This means there is new analysis that needs to come out of this. New analysis. All right? It's just a deeper pullback. The same is going to go for silver. If silver continues to do what it's doing tomorrow, if we get a stronger dollar, this is the 61 point area. So if it continues to do what it's doing and the dollar strengthens, we go further down. Now, I must also say this, okay? That this is a temporary move. The move is actually up, just like gold. All right. So what we're doing, we are temporarily pushing down. So if we get a weaker dollar, we could extend. And if we extend, it's a totally different ballgame. So let's look at what that will look like if we were to do XAG USD, which is silver. If we were to do silver to the upside. All right, let's just quickly have a look and see what that would mean. That means I'm trading a higher time frame. XAG. That means I'm trading a much higher time frame. Ooh, man. And I'm telling you, it's good money, guys. So currently, sorry guys. Currently, you can see it looks similar to that of gold. All right, this is silver now. This is silver. So look at this now, guys. Support here. See, do you see the support there? Do you see the support there? Hold on. So where we are now, guys, what we need, and I'm gonna share this with you guys here. All right. 61 all the way up. This is what we're looking at if we continue to the upside. If we continue to the upside, all right, first area is there. But what we need to do is we're already bullish here. I'll be frank with you guys. We're already bullish, heavy bullish. So look at this. Do you guys see? Hold on. Sorry, guys. Do you guys see? Do you guys see price is already above the 59-point level here? Do you guys see that? Let me just make sure the guys are seeing. Hold on. Is the gold daily? Dr. Ahmad, the levels accurate? Yeah. The gold people pull back. Yes. Gold took out all the buy side liquidity and could come down all the way for sell liquidity on the daily. It's possible. I'm not, you know what, Gavin? I'm not gonna count it out. Like I genuinely will not count it out. All right. But just remember, we're dealing with a pullback. That pullback has gone, it's going to the 38 point. The next levels is 50 and 61. Okay. So it's good to have the scenarios like we did with oil. Remember we had the scenario with the oil price. Let's have the scenarios. Let's see how it pans out. We were right with the first scenario. That was my number one scenario. If oil breaks out. Okay. Now, if oil breaks out like it did, that correction, this thing, that's my if that correction doesn't happen tonight, do you see how we can get a ease down of the oil, which makes the gold possible to push to the upside? Do you see that? That is my take here. So what I would have liked, I'll be frank with you guys, what I would have loved here, I would have loved for this oil price to break out tomorrow. All right. Not necessarily today. So I was right with the oil price breaking out today, even although I didn't want that scenario. You see that? I would have liked the oil to break out tomorrow, but it's too predictable. You see, it was too predictable. That's the thing. So in as much as I preferred that move tomorrow, it was too predictable for the people. Look at that. Look at what are the chances, guys? Look at this. We've been consolidating, and today in the New York and London overlap. Look at that. Do you see the predictability here, guys? Now, the great thing about what we're doing here tonight, there's people that don't do this. They won't think around what are the scenarios at play. For them, they just go with, I'm waiting for resistance, I'm waiting for pullbacks. We are trying to see which of the scenarios is more probable. And we have 2 or 3 of them. So what happens here now with the oil price, because it's broken like this, it makes it unpredictable for people. So what's on the side of unpredictability? Who wants to take a quick stab at that one? What's the result of unpredictability? Anyone? What's the result of unpredictability? Anyone? Come on, guys. Anyone, quickly. So here we have 50. I'm just doing it here again. All right, so 50 there. Yes, chaos. Yes. What comes after chaos? What comes after chaos? Make this one black tonight. I'm switching it up tonight. It's already above the black. It's bullish. It's bullish. There's a lot of divergence here. Panic, fear, and yes, yes. After chaos, yes, panic, fear, yes, comes losses. Because when people are no longer in the state to predict, they start panic buying and selling. Do you see that? They lose money. Yes, people start losing money. That's why you got to have the scenarios played out. You got to have it in your mind. Look at this UK 100. It's going to our, look at that. Look at this. See that? See? Look at that. That's why you have to have it planned out so that you can counter. So this 12-hour here, we are already above. So we know this is bullish. You see, listen to what I'm saying this, guys. Yes, Tanya for the win. Let's give Tanya a round of applause, guys. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Right? Check this out. We now know that this is bullish. That's a 12-hour. Right? Remember the daily frame. What connects with the daily frame? Guys, what connects with the daily frame? Which time frame? Guys, which time frame connects with the daily? We mentioned it at the 3 o'clock session. Which one connects with the daily frame? You guys remember? The 1 hour, yes. The 1 hour. So if I go to the 1 hour here, look what it's showing me. Look at that. You see that? This is the breakout to the upside. We're going back to that area. That is what I'm talking about. We are already below. See these peaks here? We are already below the peaks. This 59 is the 12-hour break to the upside. So what we're doing now is we're returning back to the breakout. This is happening right now, and it could go down further tomorrow. You see that? So after that move, after the move like that, then we want to go up. That's where the money is. So in as much as people are going to sell now, there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the selling now. Nothing. It's good. All right? There's nothing wrong with that. But there is definitely this price pushing. So I'm actually more confident about the push to the upside. We are already bullish here, guys. We are already bullish here. All right. So right now, it's been done. Look at the BTC. Sammy's on here, still above. Look, I said I'll check in on that one. Look at the USD Swiss franc. It went to the top. Look at that. Done. USD Swiss franc done. All right. Let's look at the gold. Still coming down. Still coming down. Look at that. coming down to 4195. GBP USD coming down. So guys, the way I see this tonight, as a prelude to the NFP, okay? We have dollar strength that's coming in right now. We know that the dollar has been very weak. It's at a 5-week low. We're seeing dollar strength come in right now through the oil price, anticipating the oil price to continue to the upside. We're not sure yet where we are going to get a resistance. Now, if I were to just do this, and drop down and start to look for a resistance. Look, there's a resistance here. Yes, look at that. There is a resistance that's building up, but the moment we get a push above there, we continue. The moment we get a push above there, we continue. So we would need to create a new low here now. Right now, price can resist right here. In fact, let me do this quickly. Hold on. Let's do this. This thing could even gap. Guys, we could push all the way up until here. Now, you know what's going to be interesting? If we do this, if we go up till there, then I'm going to start looking for shorts tomorrow. If we do that, I'm going to look for shorts because then we could be doing that. So let me put that level there. Let's make it official here. I'm anticipating for us to stop somewhere there between 85 and 84. If it does this during the evening, then I'm looking for that move tomorrow. So it's either we're going to do it tonight, or we're going to stop, come down, and then we push up tomorrow, or we're going to push up one time tonight and then we come down tomorrow. It's going to be one of the two. It's going to be one of the two, guys. It's either we stop, come down, then push up, or we go up all the way and then we push down tomorrow. But at this point in time, you guys can clearly see when the oil price moved, everything else moved. Look at the oil, moved. Look at silver. Look at gold. Look at AUD USD. Look at NZD USD. Look at GBP USD. Man, look at Euro USD was stuck at this place and it came down. Look at NAS 100. Look at US 30 and look at S&P 500, guys. Look at the USD JPY. Look at that. Does everybody understand where we're at, guys? Let's pause there quickly. We're gonna finish off now because I think we've established and we know what we are looking for at this point. We are looking for the oil price to either push further up, or we're waiting for a pullback, and then we come back in the NFP to see what happens with the data. Now, what I want you to do for me tonight, all right? I want you to go and whatever time you sleep, I'm not sure what time you guys go to bed. Maybe you go to bed at 10 o'clock or whatever. But what I want you to do is please keep watching the oil price tonight. Leave the other stuff. Just watch the oil price tonight. The oil price is going to determine a lot for us tomorrow. Just watch the oil price. That's it. Okay, keep watching it. It broke out today, giving us a new high. What you're looking for in the oil price tonight, you are looking to see whether the oil price comes down, gets a resistance, comes down, or if the oil price continues going. Do you see how it came back to this area here? Look, see that area? It's come back. So this is a resistance. In fact, let's do this. There we go. That is our resistance right there. If we break above that area, oh man, deep pullback on gold. Anthony, you know what? Like I said, anything can happen at this point on. Right now, I'm standing with the dollar continuing to strengthen throughout the evening. At this point in time, it may give us a total opposite. It may give us a total opposite, but right now, that's where we're standing at this point in time. Guys, I think we're pretty clear on what has happened today. I think we're pretty clear on what has happened today, right? From a news perspective, I am looking at, if there is anything here that's come up. Yes, exactly, Anthony. The oil makes the action right now. It's playing a big role in those dollar pairs. I'm looking for anything fundamentally. I'm seeing US stocks were mixed on Thursday at stability. As stability for traditional economic sectors weighed against volatility. For the AI, S&P was flat for a second session, while the Dow inched higher for another record. Okay, that was at 1535. Okay, so this is not updated, you see. So we need updated stuff. There's no updates yet with what has happened with the stocks. This was 3:30. This was 3:30 when the US opened silver near a 7-week high. Yep, that was early on, 1455. So there's no updates yet as to why we saw the price push to the downside, but we know it's the oil price. The oil price, when the moment the oil price nudged up, that's when we started seeing movement. And you can see here from an hourly perspective, look, 6 o'clock, guys. So the news that we're seeing was here. That was the last update. This is the new. So we will read about this later on, why this happened, why the oil price pushed back to the upside. But we know there's going to be news, but there's a lot of technicals involved here as well. It's not just the news. Yes, we're going to get news that says maybe something happened. There was a strike, or there was tension again. That, we're going to read about something that caused this movement here, guys. I mean, just from there to there, that's almost 5% increase today. You see that? So it's very volatile. All right. So guys, I think for where we at with the NFP, obviously if it was just a normal week where there was no big fundamentals, we would have gone through so much more. But you guys can see that what the NFP is doing every week of the NFP. All right. You're going to find that price will move in a certain way that will cause, the markets to move in a very odd behavior, or have odd behavior, until the data is set. All right. If Trump said something, did he? Because I'm not picking up on anything here. Let's see here if I can find it on. Hold on. Let me see here. Let's see. I'm trying to find something here. I'm not seeing anything here now. I'm not seeing anything specific here, Aaron. Hold on. Mm-mm. Hold on. Okay, so Tehran. I'm not seeing anything specific to. All right. Politics. Hold on. I'm looking. Aaron, I'm not seeing anything specific here. All right. So yeah. So guys, let's see what happens tonight. I think it's fair for us to say that the oil price has done something that has moved in the way that we had anticipated. But you can see there's a possible, look at that, there's a bit of a rejection there now. Look at that. Look at that. So let's see how it pans out tonight. But at least we know where we are. We have a 50% move here for some more sells on gold, more sells on the currency, more sells on the indices. We just want to see how the oil price plays out tonight. We may possibly come back and retest here, and from there we'll pick it up. I think that's going to be key. At least we know where we're standing at this point in time. All right. At least we know where we are standing at this point in time. We'll be back again at 9:30. So watch the oil tonight, guys. Watch the oil very carefully tonight. 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and then we'll pick it up again at 9:30 to see where we are. But we know that the price has moved in our direction. Just before the NFP, it's moved in our direction, which is great for our analysis. But we still need to be careful, when we actually get to the NFP data tomorrow. Yes, there's some, there are profits, etc. But I think what's going to be very important for us is to see what happens with the AED, with the NFP. All right. Unemployment claims 199,000. All right, so the forecast was 203,000, and the actual was 199,000. But you see, for me, yeah, it was at 230. But if you look at the move of oil, and let's go to gold at 2. This is 230. There. See? That was at 2. There was nothing here. It was a good result, but there was no move. Do you see that? Are you with me there? There's 230. It was a good result, but there was no move. The move happened at 6 o'clock. That was when oil moved. So the move with silver, that is there. The move with gold, 6 o'clock right there. You see that? 6 o'clock there. Oil. There. Do you see that? Euro USD. 6 o'clock right there. Look at that. All right. So guys, let's see how the oil moves then tonight. We'll pick it up at 9:30 tomorrow, and then obviously we have the NFP, so there'll be no 12 o'clock session. It's the 9:30, and then we'll jump straight into NFP after that. Okay, traders, have a good evening. Rest well for tomorrow's day. All right, and we'll take it from there. You'll see myself and T tomorrow streaming the NFP. All right, have a good one. Thanks, Jules. You too. Have a good evening, guys. Rest well tomorrow, and we'll take it from there. All right. Same to you guys. Bye, danke, man. See you tomorrow, guys. Ciao, ciao.